Good morning, everyone. My name is Naomi Jia. I go by she, her, and hers, and I will be presenting the 4Es of Microsoft Teams today for my PIDP 3240 Media Enhanced Learnings taught by Dwayne Harapinick. You can see that this is my Creative Commons license. It allows you to share alike under the same license as the original, but you must give appropriate credit and provide a link to the license and indicate what changes you've made. Before we dive in, I'd like to acknowledge that I am an immigrant settler. I have lived in Victoria for 7 years now, and I'm grateful to live and work on the lands of the Lekwungen-speaking peoples, also known as the Songhees and Eskimo First Nations community, as well as the lands of the Vestanic people. As I look at this beautiful mountain and ocean view here from Dallas Road in this picture, I am grateful for the Lekwungen people and the Vestanic people who have been stewards of the land, preserving the beauty of the nature, and allowing generations to come to continue to enjoy the beautiful land here. So now let's talk about Microsoft Teams. Teams is a team collaboration app that helps your team stay organized. And you can have conversations or files all in one place. You can use it for workspace chat, video conference, file storage, and even integrating third-party applications to streamline your work. It can also be used within a teaching and learning environment to facilitate blended delivery. Today, I will walk you through some of the key features of Teams. I'm going to spend a few minutes showing you the Teams apps, so bear with me for a moment. Okay. So Teams are made of channels right here, and you can build them by topic. For example, this one is general accessibility, exchange lab, policy innovations. All right. You can also build them by departments. This is the Black, Indigenous, People of Colors Committee. This is the Leadership Engagement and Priority Initiatives Department. And channels are actually where real work gets done. For example, we have our files here where everyone could access to collaborate, review. This is our work planner here. And we also have a channel that we chat and get some work done. All right. So at the top of each channel, you find the file tab. And when you go to the file tabs, you can easily access the documents you need for your work. Also, Teams syncs with your calendar. So you can easily join the video conference call by just clicking into this and join. All right. What else? You can also show your content from the device when you join the meeting by using share function. And you can use the command box on the top to look for files that say coaching. And I'll be able to find all my files here. Okay, let me close this. So now we're going to go on to examine Microsoft Teams based on the 4Es: excite, educate, engage, educate, and evaluate. So in today's world, remote learning has become increasingly important. Tools like Zoom and Teams have made it possible for students to attend classes from anywhere. So let's see how Microsoft Teams and similar tools are reshaping the classroom experience, particularly for Microsoft Teams. So Teams is integrated with other Microsoft tools. making it familiar and convenient for users. It is customizable with the third-party app integrations, including many learning management systems, which allows educators to tailor learners' experience. MS Teams also support remote learning through fun activities by integrating various interactive platforms such as Kahoot, Mentimeter, Flipgrid, MakeCode. And this makes learning more engaging and enjoyable for learners. People learn better through interactive games, and MS Teams also support video conferencing, file sharing, collaboration platforms, which makes learning more exciting. MS Teams also adds a friendly touch to communication and collaboration with features like virtually raising your hand, emojis, and GIFs. It's all about making interactions more approachable and less intimidating. Plus, there's a reaction button for learners to express their thoughts on others' posts or opinions. Here are the cons of MS Teams for Excite. Its interface could be very overwhelming for new users. And to achieve optimal performance for remote learning, such as a synchronous video call, we need stable internet connections for optimal performance. So with all this, I rate MS Teams A- for Excite. Next, we're going to evaluate MS Teams based on engagement. Studies have shown that how students interact with the course content can greatly impact their satisfaction with online learning. During the COVID-19 pandemic, we've seen how challenging it is for students of all ages to engage with learning from home, and many find it hard to really connect when they can't interact properly. And MS Teams helps bridge the gap by keeping everyone connected and facilitating easy communication between teachers and students. The screen sharing and whiteboard features help teachers to convey information easily through remote learning, just like an in-person class. So technology has reduced the distance between learners and teachers, and students can easily reach out when they need help through text, audio, or video calls. Research suggests that when students actively interact with technology, they are motivated to use it. So MS Teams enables face-to-face learning and working through video conference, chat, content sharing features. And this feature you see here is enabled through the Together mode, which mimics an in-person classroom. Teams also allow group discussions through breakout groups. The Microsoft Office applications, Word, SharePoint, oops. The Microsoft applications, Word, SharePoint allows students to share documents, access or edit documents simultaneously for grouped collaborations or group work. So many studies show evidence that Microsoft Teams created a peer learning culture by facilitating interactive learning and effective discussion among students and instructor. And it's all about collaboration and teamwork, both inside and outside the classroom. One of the strengths of MS Teams is its built-in accessibility tools, such as immersive readers, live captions, and these tools make learning more inclusive for students with learning disabilities or hearing difficulties. There is also a live transcription features that converts speech to text in near real time and identifies each speaker. Live transcription will begin automatically when recording starts, and it will capture the discussion in the transcript. Transcription is also available both during and after the meeting. So for some of the cons for Teams, for engagement, first, there could be a high learning curve for those unfamiliar with Microsoft products. I've also used both Teams and Zoom for breakout rooms and found that it takes about 2 to 3 minutes to move learners into the breakout rooms when the capacity is above 30 people. And this time it eats into our time for our small group discussion. However, Zoom's breakout transition is very seamless and takes less than 10 seconds to push people into the breakout rooms. And even for larger groups, like 100 plus group, it will actually take just about 20 to 30 seconds. So for all these reasons, I rate Teams A minus for Engage. Another feature, so next I'm going to examine Teams based on Educate. Another feature worth mentioning is PowerPoint's live speaking notes function, which helps presenters deliver polished presentations. So the presenter can include detailed speaking notes directly within the PowerPoint presentation and in Teams and ensure that they have all their necessary information in front of them during their presentations. Also, Teams supports synchronous and asynchronous communication, which are critical for remote learning. With this feature, you can record lecture that are delivered synchronously and publish it for students to review later. Learning materials are also easy and well organized through the embedded SharePoint file sharing functions. Last but not least, like other alternative virtual learning platforms, Teams for Education includes built-in assignment and quiz workflows, and it allows teachers to easily create and distribute assignments and quizzes to students or groups. Teacher can just post their assignments or quiz to a student or group of students using the assignment functions, and they could assign group assignments easily to the whole group or just one person. So looking ahead of remote learning, social skills are crucial, and Microsoft Teams promotes collaborative tasks and communications and helps students develop soft skills, which are essential for the remote-driven job market. For some of the cons for MS Teams under Educate, while MS Teams has many strengths, it has some limitations compared to dedicated learning management system platform. For example, it may lack advanced features such as robust student management tools or easy Teams replication. For example, Teams provides only basic student management capabilities, but most learning management systems offer more robust tools to manage students' roster, track attendance, and do mass scale onboarding and offboarding. Also, it is very hard to track learners' actions on Teams compared to other learning management systems. And as a result, I rate Educate for MS Teams a B minus because of all the limitations it has compared to an advanced dedicated learning management system. So moving on to evaluate Teams on evaluation. So one of the advantages of Teams is that it is integrated with Microsoft Forms, and this integration allows for easy creation and distribution of quizzes and surveys for assessment purposes. Quizzes and tests can be designed for the students to take, and the applications can automatically grade the student based on some predefined rubric. Teams also have some level of built-in analytics that provide insights into user engagement and activity within Teams. So another advantage of Teams in evaluation is that you could use the grade features to grade and give feedback or track student progress. Each of your class team has the grade tabs, and um, you may leave feedback for your students, create assignments, and track student progress using the grade tab. So moving on to evaluating the disadvantages of MS Teams under evaluation. Well, MS Teams provide basic assessment functionality, such as assigning due dates, attaching files, and giving feedback on student work. It may not offer the same level of customization and advanced feature as specialized learning management systems. This platform often have more robust grading workflows and advanced assessment tools tailored for education needs. Also, for example, some learning management system platforms offer features like question banks, adaptive assessments, and automated grading workflows, which is not available or not customizable within Team. It also has limited capabilities to track or grade assignments compared to specialized learning management system platforms. Specialized learning management systems often offer comprehensive gradebooks where educators can track student progress across multiple assignments, quizzes, and assessments. And these platforms may also support features like weight grading, late submissions policy, and grade calculation. Last but not least, Teams also lack the sophisticated assessment features like rubric-based grading options, plagiarism, and detections. And because of all of that, um, limitations to evaluate students comprehensively and the limited features, I gave Microsoft Teams a B minus under evaluate. And to summarize, the 4 E's of Teams, I gave Teams A minus for Excite, A minus for Engage, B minus for Educate, and B minus for Evaluate. I hope these discussions and presentations have been useful for you and provided you valuable information around how to use Microsoft Teams as a learning tool. Here are my references. And thank you very much.